Okay, so Google recently had their Android show where they showcased some new features coming with Android 16 and Wear OS 6. And the thing that was really interesting was not the fact that they had some really cool features, but the fact that throughout that whole show, they used a Samsung S25 Ultra to demonstrate all the new features. So I guess it's Android back in Android to beat Apple. That tracks. So with Android 16 comes a new refresh design that Google is calling Material 3 Expressive. With this design, you get a perfectly rounded border radius on icons and some figures, and you have some color themes and some new fonts that you can mess around with. And thing that I really like also, if you scroll down on the notification center, you get a blurred out background so you can focus on your notifications, which I don't think you can do that on an iPhone, but I think it's pretty dope here. And you also get some cool animations, which is pretty dope. Here's my take, which I don't think is a hot take, but most people will agree with. Android phones are better than iPhones. Yes, that's my take, which frankly I don't think is hot because most people will agree with that. But I think the reason why most people go with iPhones over Android phones, well, at least here in the US, is because one, they grew up in a household where most of the families have iPhone, and yeah, it's kind of like iPhone is the quote unquote default phone here in the US. But say in a developing country why people might choose iPhones over Android phones. I have two possible theories. It's because one, they think it has better cameras than the phones that they already have. And two, for the bragging rights. Might be those two, but most people lean towards Android because one, it is more customizable, and two, for battery life. I mean, it is no surprise that Android phones have better battery life than iPhones. Look at the Samsung S25 Ultra, look at the Google Pixel 9, look at the Xiaomi phones. They make just better products. I think Apple is way better at integrating things in their ecosystem, and I think they do that really well. But Android phones are actually kind of better than iPhones. Maybe someday I might make a video comparing both. Maybe it's time for me to get a second phone, eh? Oh, and also you get this feature that they called live updates. Say for example, if you order Uber Eats or if you get an Uber, you can you can have your phone on DND while you're still getting that notification on your screen, so you can see where your food is at, where your driver is at, geez, and you don't have to be bombarded with notifications that you don't want to see, which I think is pretty cool. And on Wear OS 6, you also get some icons that adapt to the size of the screen, and you of course you get Gemini, all the AI summary, which is also pretty cool. And on I think that is also coming on Android XR, which is Google's VR, and that is also coming to Google TV, which is actually kind of pretty cool too. And into the AI sector, you get, of course, the AI summary, the image filtration, I mean, image recognition, and the news filtration, and all of that AI stuff that we've basically seen before. And you also get a scam detection. I can tell you how many times. So just for the record, I live in Arizona, and I get text saying you have a toll in Michigan. I live in Arizona and I apparently have a toll and I have an unpaid toll in Michigan. Yeah, right. Anyways, so I really hope people do not fall for those texts. But in case you have someone elderly that might fall for those, then yeah, Google now has this feature that can tell you this is a potential spam, this is a spam, and it tells you when a call is a spam, which I think Apple does well too. But sometimes I do get a call that is really legit from a legit person, and then it says potential spam. Just like when you get just like when you get an email sometimes, and then it goes to your spam or your junk folder, but it's actually legit. I mean, sometimes just like that. But yeah, and I think this feature is actually pretty cool. So having someone elderly, or someone that you know might fall for these tricks from the scammers saying you have an unpaid toll from so and so states, so click on this link. Uh, so Google can now tell you this is a potential spam. You can report it or just discard it. Oh, and Google also has a second event, which is today, I think. Today's Tuesday, right? So it should be today. So May 19th, I think today. Probably. And there's a new Find Hub, just like Apple's Find My. I can't wait to see what Google actually do with this thing. I don't really know what's actually new and what's just a refresh. So I don't really have much to say here, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheerio, and stay cool and stick around if you want to see more videos.